Hey everybody, welcome.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
It is Tuesday.
It is. We're here. We
Yay.
exist. It's a thing.
It is a thing.
I forgot to put my earbuds on.
Uh-oh.
So.
Are we making sound? Who knows? We had an interesting day today, though. We went to Meow Wolf, or Meow Wolf asked us to come in. Actually, Cecilia Hughes, who's just this amazing, really, really cool person. She works at Art Spark, and she's working with Meow Wolf to help them with their access, like with the disability, and to be able to make it where it's an inclusive place. And so today, Meow Wolf, they're opening a new place in Grapevine, and they asked us to come out and be part of a panel, and which it was really interesting. It was really good questions and all, and then we'll be going back, I think, for a preview of it, like before they open to the public. We'll get to go in and touch all the things. So
yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, and they told us it was very much a touching exhibit. Like they're encouraged. So.
I like to touch things. I'm excited. Oh, man.
Well, Barbara has joined us and says, "What? Oh, so exciting."
Hey, Barbara.
And Crystal Schultz is with us and says, "Hi."
Well, hey there.
And Randy Ray is with us and says, "Hey, y'all."
Randy Ray, as I live and breathe.
He asked to borrow some Star Trek memorabilia stuff for something.
Oh, his show, yeah.
Yeah, his show, and they're doing a whole month long, or maybe it's 3 months, I don't know, he can clarify, of Star Trek books.
Wow, that's cool.
And
so many books.
Yeah, so many books.
Man, another genre has a bunch of books, like in that fantasy, instead of science fiction, but Star Wars. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. Fan fiction's, it's crazy.
It's a thing. And before, because they're for the longest in Star Wars, they weren't planning on making other movies really. So it was all just like books. So it was like, yeah, just write all the books you want and stories. And so now there's all these different, it's like.
Well, yeah, Randy was telling me about one of the books he was reading, and I forget the name of it, he can tell us, but it's like a story where they imply that Kirk and Spock fall in love or something.
Oh, yeah, you were telling us about that.
Yeah, and it was, just funny because they didn't think they were going to make any more Star Trek, and so nobody paid attention to the fan fiction, and here we are.
Nope, that's not the way it was.
That's not how it plays out.
Oh, man, what's that new Star Trek show called? Strange
New Worlds.
Strange New World, yeah.
Strange New Worlds, the new Star Trek show that's on Paramount, just had released their first episode last Thursday, so
it's amazing. It's so good.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's so good. He's like the perfect Star Trek captain. Anyway,
yeah,
we're supposed to be talking about art.
Well, let me say really fast. Randy says, "How are my favorite Denton people? Good. We're good."
I'll ask him when we finally meet him. No,
Maureen says hello from PA. Hey, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Owen's with us, says hello.
Hey, man.
And Randy says Summer of Trek. That's what, and he's read 3 so far. The Price of the Phoenix and its sequel, The Fate of the Phoenix, are the ones where Spock and Kirk fall in love.
Man, that's awesome.
And Crystal says Mark and I are looking into moving to Denton, hopefully next year. Wow, that would be cool. Denton is a great town.
Yeah,
so.
if there's anything we do to help, about
any information or
about schools or neighborhoods or like being. I mean, there's a lot of construction going on here, so there's lots of neighborhoods.
Even our neighborhood is expanded tenfold. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, but things are about to get cooler, though. I thought Randy Ray might be interested, but we're about to start a lit night, like a poetry slam, poetry reading, and the first one is going to be on July 11th, and we'll be doing poetry or literature. Sorry, I can't talk. Literature every week from then on. The next week is a little funny because we're doing an art opening on Tuesday. It has to be on Tuesday because PBS is coming to film it, and they want to do an opening. But we will read at least one poem on that night. So because I want the Yellow Dog, I want there to be some sort of representation of the literary arts every week. So
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
But it's gonna be and a gentleman named Todd is going to be leading it and putting it together, and it's just.
Yeah, he's a professor at UNT, I believe.
It was, I think.
Okay, and so he's got students in a group that kind of already do it, and I think that they.
Maybe still is. Gosh, I need to
I think
ask
he is because he mentioned something about classes and stuff, but like a class it ended, and anyway, times and this and that. Randy says, in these books, they love to make Kirk into a damsel in distress. That's odd.
That is so weird. You know, man, you should bring that book and read some
Oh my gosh,
excerpts
please.
on it. That would be so
the
cool.
Spiciest excerpts. Only the spicy ones. Ones that just don't have enough context and your mind can go nuts with.
Wow.
Please do that.
Kirk describing the angles of Spock's ears and hushed tones.
Jeez. Okay. The Prometheus design also features some heavy Kirk Spock subtext, he says.
Dang, you.
And Crystal says, I appreciate that. So, yeah, if you're moving to Denton, holler at us. We'll help out any way we can.
I thought she meant she appreciate the Kirk spot, the Kirk on Spock action.
Kirk.
Man,
Nice.
that's just wrong. That's wrong. I
They're
like to
best
think I'm an
friends.
open-minded person.
It's they're best friends. It goes deeper than
Yeah, that's
this weird love. It's a loyalty friend thing. I don't know. Anyway.
that's for me. Like I mean, I don't mind if they're. I mean, if that's really interesting. It's just that they're one of my favorites. It's like Batman and Robin. It's like one of my favorite, but even more so because it's one of my favorite friendships in fiction.
Yeah.
On Psych, Gus and Sean.
Yeah, that's a great duo.
Their friendship, it's just a great friendship. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, like in the movie, you know the way they were. Like I don't know, like
Data and Geordi. Great.
Yeah.
Best friends.
Sure. Beep boop.
Beep boop. Well, Randy says I like poems, but not poetry. I should say this is like a free for all literature night, so you can come in and read whatever you want.
Yeah. It's just about the written word.
Yes, and it does start July 11th. So July 11th, we're going to start the lit night. Then July 18th, that following Tuesday is when we have an art reception, and then every Tuesday after that, we're starting it back up.
Yeah, and the gallery's not usually open on Tuesday, so we're starting that on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So it'll be brand new. So it won't be like a crazy night or anything. And honestly, I hope people show up for it because I really want the lit night to be a thing. And I've waited.
Sure.
We haven't opened on Tuesdays because of that. I just want it to be a thing. I want it to have been done right. And it looks like that's going to be the way. So.
Well, Randy says Kirk is always half dressed in these books. It's so questionable. He says it's so wrong, but it's so right too. I don't know. And Fred has joined us and says, "Hello, friends." Hey, Fred.
Hey, Fred. Hey, one of the things about the Meow Wolf thing
Yes.
that we read today that I thought was really, really cool was that that they were actually interested. Like they really wanted to find out what different people with disabilities wanted, what they needed, what made people feel comfortable. And today it was their first day of training for their new employees at their new location in Grapevine. And so there's like 80 employees in a theater, and on the very first day, what they wanted to talk about with their employees was being more inclusive, being open to everyone coming in, making sure that everybody felt accepted and we're able to access everything. I thought that was really cool, and it's a great mentality.
It was funny too because it wasn't like your typical employee training situation. It was a super diverse crowd when you looked out on it, and it was funky, probably kind of young, but super stoked and excited. Obviously, they're working for Meow Wolf, but I mean, when everybody was talking and answering questions, they were clapping and whistling and woo and yelling happy birthday, all this. I mean, they were into the training. And then afterwards, they didn't have enough time to like really kind of let the audience ask questions, so because they all had to go take a break, but they were like, you guys can
ready
come
for the next thing.
Yeah, you guys can come up and talk to any of the panelists. And there was all of a sudden you guys were flooded by people that were just down there wanting to know, like, how do you feel about, a security guard and how should they act and all the, all these people actually care, which I was like pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
it was really great.
That was really cool.
It was a great crowd.
That was really neat, and it's and I thought it was interesting too with the other panelists because Celia, she Sally Hughes, who works with Meow Wolf and their access, put together a panel. She had me on there, and then she had Reach, which Reach is an organization. They have a chapter in Denton, and I'm hoping we can work with them.
Yeah.
But they're also in other places, but but they had three of their people come in, which I thought was really cool because, like, one person had cerebral palsy, and one person was on the spectrum, and another person was a wheelchair user, and they all had really interesting and really well thought out answers to all the questions, and it was just, I don't know, I thought it was just really, really interesting to get their perspectives and all, and I don't know, I just felt like everybody there was just so respectful, so interested in actually trying to figure out a new way to do things and a better way to do things, and really wanted the input. So I don't know, it's
So let
really
me
cool.
let me ask this: Do you feel like you walked away with any ideas, like for
I
our
didn't learn
space?
anything. No, I'm just kidding. No, I never learned anything. It's always my goal. I
live
ain't
this,
learning
man.
nothing. No, I actually did because the working with the Kennedy Center, which we have another office hour next week, and it really and for anybody that's interested, the Kennedy Center has a program for anybody with a disability that's into the arts. You don't have to be an artist. You don't have to have a disability. But if you're somebody that works and helps, interested in that, or you work at a business, or you work like at a theater, you work somewhere where you want to have better access for people with disabilities, and you want to have better art things. But also, if you are an artist, like if you want to have, getting art supplies, or how do you get in a gallery, like anything you want to know, like the Kennedy Center's got this program that's just catered for everything, all of that. And I'm the mentor in it, which just means that I'm there and I try to herd things one way or another a little bit. And but what's great is that there's really smart people at the Kennedy Center that are putting a lot of thought into this. And but next week, like the big thing is like when you have a program, like here at our gallery, I want to do some workshops that are tailored for people with autism. And that's really, really important. And there's one individual that's going to be coming in, and I'm going to spend time with them, and we're going to figure out some stuff. And but I want to open up more general kind of workshops for people that are on the spectrum. And so next week at the Kennedy Center, what we're going to be talking about is when you do have a program like this, how do you actually let people know about it? How do you how do you get people in? How do you let the different communities and stuff? So, and it's just stuff like that all the time. It's real interesting. It's a lot of fun, but I'm noticing a lot more of that. It's a huge thing, guys. Like, to be honest, like when it comes to access and we're talking about disability and stuff, and Vegas figured this out a long time ago because, and this summer might shock people, but over 20% of the population has a disability of some sort or another. And that may sound like, oh gosh, that can't be right. But a disability doesn't necessarily mean that you're in a wheelchair. It doesn't mean that you're blind. There's lots of different kinds of disabilities, and they limit people one way or another. Even people who are visually impaired. There's some people who are visually impaired that can drive a car, but they can't read a book. There's all these different things. And if you're lucky to live long enough, you're probably going to end up with a disability.
Yeah.
It just means that something, some sense you have, some mobility, there's something about you that isn't up to the average of the people around you, and everybody's going to have something that quits on them eventually.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. That's really all it is. And so making a world that's more accessible just makes complete sense because, if you're a really active person and you go out and you run and you play sports and maybe you ski, you do all this, eventually you're probably gonna get hurt. You're gonna sprain a tendon. You're gonna break a leg. Something's gonna happen. And then doors that are easy to open, which doors have one job. Every door should be easy to open, but that's an ADA thing. Having curb cuts where it's easier to get up on the curb. If you have a family with a stroller, that makes things nice. If you're a business owner and you're bringing stuff in on dollies and hand carts and stuff, having a curb cut's nice. It just makes living better and easier. Like an elevator is actually an ADA thing. Buildings have to have it, but not for convenience. If buildings just did it for convenience, there'd be a lot more stairways in buildings and not elevators. But because of the ADA, you have to have an elevator for a certain size building. what I think is wonderful though and interesting is that you never see a line for the stairs. Like people wait for an elevator, but no one's gonna wait for the stairway. And because the elevator's better. In a bathroom, bigger bathroom stall, so a wheelchair can use it. I've never been in a bathroom where somebody complained about this bathroom's too big. It's just all this stuff is just to make things more accessible and better. And it seems like the mentality of people are starting to understand that, where instead of making it where we're making it for people with disabilities, so you do have access and it's a level playing field. But it also just makes it better for everybody because we're all just people living lives and we all need access,
From a business standpoint, there's a whole market out there that people are losing money on because they're not accommodating. So,
yes.
If you're worried about your bottom line, you do want to pay attention to it.
That's perfect. Yeah, it's like Vegas. They figured it out a long time ago.
Yeah, you got a bunch of older people that might be in wheelchairs pulling on those slots. Yeah. You're going to make it accessible.
Yeah, you got a door at the casino and you can't get in. They're like, they're going to make sure those doors open for you. They're like, come in. And because that's 20% more possible revenue for them.
Yeah.
And in business, when you're dealing with really tight margins, like at a restaurant, you're talking like percentage marks of it's just crazy. And then you throw out a number like 20%. That's huge.
Yeah.
It's just huge.
Well, Barbara says, how big is it? I've seen the front of the venue, and it seems smaller than I had imagined hearing about the one in Denver from my daughter.
Oh, man.
So I will say, when we went today, they didn't give us a tour because I think they're still, doing the final touches on it. And so we were in a theater, but the Grapevine area isn't huge. Like, they're doing it with, Legoland and all that stuff around that area. So it's not going to be anything like the Denver one, which I haven't been to the Denver one, but I've driven past it while they were building it, and that thing's monster big.
Although I don't know how big this one is.
It's nowhere near as big as Denver.
You don't think?
No. Denver's is a massive multi-story building on the side of the highway going up 25 when you're going to Denver. We would have seen this building.
Oh, really? Wow.
If it was as big as Denver's.
Well, some of us may have.
Right.
But today all the training today was actually at a theater. So to fit, to have everybody there so everybody could have a seat. So it was like different training things they were doing. But we will go up there for
a preview night. I'm excited.
To get in there a little early.
Well, Robin has joined us and says hello, loves.
Hey, hello. Robin, how you doing?
And I want to say we had Robin come in with 2 other drag kings and do some modeling for us last Saturday at the gallery/bar. And it was a blast.
Chevy Nova in the house.
Chevy Nova. It was an absolute blast.
Man, and Robin, Chevy Nova was on to, man, that was on point. You were so amazing. You were so awesome. And we're so appreciative of you coming and doing that. And you're always so helpful with the art, and you're always like, ready, you're always down to clown. You're always ready to pitch in, and that is just wonderful. And it was so good. It was just, and Jackie has a ton of photos, I think. And
yeah.
So we'll be posting more stuff, I think.
Hey, make sure yours is still streaming. I just got kicked off.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, no, it was, I'll be honest, I felt like it was like that. We came into our own with that night when, we have like an art experience and people were there sketching, and we've got, these awesome models that are just strutting their stuff, doing their thing. It was an absolute blast.
Guys, and I have to brag on Jackie as well, because so we had it set up, and I really figured that I would probably be the MC for it, because I don't mind making like a, not that I think that I would be good at it. It's just that I don't know, I don't mind making a fool of myself sometimes, So I'll give something a try, and I wasn't really sure what to say, but Jackie was all over it. Like, she was like, "No, I got this," and
get out of my way.
Yeah, and so it was we had 2 stages set up, one in each room, And so the models, so we had 2 models going at a time. And the models are Rex Luthor, Finnegan Flex, and of course Chevy Nova. And Jackie had the microphone, and she was running like through all the poses, like 5-minute pose, 15-minute pose, all these different things.
Yeah.
And you did such a great job, sweetheart.
Thanks, babe.
It was so much fun.
I'm excited to do it again because I feel like now that we have one under our belt, I can do it better. And I think it maybe threw people off where I was like, okay, we're gonna do a quick sketch. You only got 20 seconds, and I think. Well, I feel like that's a good idea just to warm you up. I think people were like, "Oh my god," so it wasn't until we got into the last hour of the posing was it like, okay, we're gonna hold this for 15 minutes. So
I felt bad for the models because having to hold a pose for 15 minutes, that sounds hard.
Well, before going in, I talked to each model and I was like, just be aware when I say we're gonna do a 15-minute, don't like be like this, with your arms up. You're gonna get real tired. So. Well, Marta has joined us and says, hi from California. Hey.
Hey.
And Rainey says, if I have a handicap placard for my truck, do I count as having a disability? I would say whatever got you that placard says yes.
yeah, I guess.
Because I'm pretty sure you have to, with our handicap placard, we have to go through the doctor and you have to, get a note. So, yeah, sure. And then he says, you'd be amazed at how often I go to the doctor's appointment where I can't sit in the waiting room. Well, that's not good because they make you wait a while.
Yeah.
Like a long time.
Yeah. I've been fortunate. It seems, really, the doctor I go to, it's been better since COVID. I don't know,
Well, I had to take Jack into Care Now yesterday, and we were in and out of that. That was the fastest we've ever been in and out of that place. I can't believe it. So they were actually pretty good, but
yeah, and the doctor I go to, I think they schedule it since COVID.
Yeah.
So it's just that particular doctor that I'm really lucky to go to that they do that because it makes it a lot quicker. Because I know going to the doctor usually you're in there forever, and it's just like what the heck.
Well, Crystal says you should tell people about the episode on M4G advocacy media that you did when you talk about a lot about what you're speaking on here this evening. We had an awesome conversation. That would be fantastic. In fact, Crystal, if you want to put the link into the comments, then we can share it with everybody. So feel free to do that.
Thank you. And and I haven't been sharing I haven't shared that on the socials yet, and which I mean to and I want to. And an article came out in a paper that I need to share a link. We've been running around so much that it's been a little nutty. It's been great, but a little nutty. So it's funny how you have all the stuff that you want to do and you're excited about, and then you're like at the end of the day you're like, oh my gosh, there's still it's like the list of things to do isn't.
Do you want to know how many emails are in the email that need to be responded to? Do you just want to know the number?
129.
No, not that many.
Oh, good. See, what are you complaining about?
Oh my God, it is in the triple digits though.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Oh, 111.
Actually, yes. It was exactly that.
Oh, is it? Yeah. I should have guessed 111. 111's a number that keeps repeating in my life. My bus was.
That's like 5 for me. 5's everywhere. It's weird. Well, Fred says looked like a blast. It was an absolute blast. I mean, we need to post more pictures than that reel that you posted because, Finnegan Flex, who is new to the drag scene, was absolutely fantastic. I mean, all you guys were just fantastic, but being new to it, I was really impressed with Finnegan because they put their all into it and they were like, woo, and came with a robe and they were like,
Yeah. Everybody,
it was awesome.
Chevy Nova came dressed up like a dragon, which was awesome. She had this metal chain link, there was a rainbow chain link thing, and then a dragon tail, which was all made out of chain link metal. And horns and just in the attitude, and it was just brilliant. It was
in a tail, which I will say, the minute you see this stuff on Chevy, it's like you want to touch it. You're like, can I touch it? Can I touch your scales? Can I grab your tail? A lot
of people were grabbing her tail.
Everybody in the bar, everybody in the place was like, can I touch it? It's like,
It
was, can I touch your tail?
There's one thing that I wish that we could do next time. and maybe some of you guys have some ideas for this, but I was wishing that we could get share the art that people were making and stuff.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
And because some of the models were like, man, I wish I
That's
knew.
a really good idea. I think it was hard yes, we should do that. It'd be hard to do it on the spot. We would probably need like you to talk to those people, because for me it was like pose, go tell each model something, make sure they're good, then go back to the mic, pose, but yeah, no, that's a great idea. We should definitely do that.
Hey, when we do a break, maybe we could do like a giveaway, or we could do something too to keep people there. And because I could come up for that, and I could say, hey, share your artwork like at our Facebook or.
That's a really good idea. Well, Barbara says, I was so jealous that I had to miss that. Us too. We would have loved to have you there and take pictures, because you would have eaten it up.
Gosh, you would like the photos you would have had would have been amazing.
Yeah, the set, each little stage was awesome. In fact, I love it so much I kind of want to leave it. And I don't know, but you walk into and it looks like a place a model would sit so that you can sketch. So I'm like, it kind of feels right.
One of the things I love too was Finnegan Flex said that. And I've heard people say this about the Yellow Dog too. Quite a few people come up, and I get a lot of hugs from people, but they say it feels like a very warm space, a very safe space, very inviting. But Finnegan said, she's really new to all this. She's never done I'm not sure if I know Chevy Nova's done art modeling, but I don't know if Rex Luthor has done art modeling or anything. Where you have total pose. But they were like, at least Finnegan, I know for sure, was like. I wasn't really sure what it was like, but it was just such a warm, welcoming space, and it's a big part of all the people that come in there. It's just the whole goal of this space is to be a place where people can come and create and make art. It's a judgment-free zone. If you're sketching, if you're it's and I was just so glad to hear that, because that's huge. That's a big thing. That was one of the number one things. I know when we started this, I said, if we can make it a place where people, women, everybody can come in and feel safe and warm and appreciated, then we'll be good.
Yeah. Well, Randy says, y'all come have donuts with me tomorrow morning. Bring phasers and communicators.
Thank you.
Thanks. I'll bring you a phaser and communicator, but it ain't gonna be in the morning.
We've been having to stay up late because of gallery art bar life. And
I'm back to my newspaper hours now. Yeah. I'm back to 4, finally getting home at 3, going to bed at 4, and working. I mean, I'm
just back to normal. It's funny when we first met, because if you have a visual impairment, a lot of times you start going into the nighttime more, because especially if light hurts my eyes, so your rhythm starts to get off, and you start shifting towards the nighttime, and it's a thing. And Jackie, because she was in journalism, everything shifts for them into the night, because you can't go to bed until the papers put to sleep. So she'd be up till 4 and 5 in the morning. Which is probably why we got along so well. We were the only 2 people awake.
Yeah, really.
Who else are you gonna hang out with?
Yeah, those were the days. Well, Crystal has posted the link to the YouTube channel,
good.
And as well as your episode. So everybody out there on the Facebooks,
thank you for doing that. Thank you.
I would read it to you, but I don't think anybody's going to actually type it in at the same time. But and then Fred says, tell the individuals, speaking of their drawings, tell them to post it on your sightless work for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be good.
It's actually a great idea. So we should definitely do that, and then like what you were saying, do a giveaway or do some sort of promo that gets them to post it on.
Yeah, I thought about too starting a group. I don't know if it'd be a Facebook group or something, but for everybody, all the Patreons would automatically be on it. But what it would be is sort of like a speakeasy type group thing where everybody on the group would get special deals and things. So especially if you came in, but also we might have stuff that, if you don't live around here, but that way, if they're
you're in the club.
art events or specials or
Yeah.
drink or food specials and different things. Roll out food. I thought that might be kind of fun because you go in there and you say a code word or
A
something.
code word. Is the code
It's like the hidden menu they have in restaurants sometimes.
Well, Randy says I just laughed out loud. Haha. Okay, so we could do some quick trivia because I will say we don't have the AC going on in this room because it's so loud right now, and it is stupid hot.
We have
Texas.
we have an AC from we're in the studio, and the studio isn't
Yes.
hooked to the actual house AC. So we have an AC unit from the 80s, and it rocks out like
Dude,
it's from an 80s rock band.
I feel like well, it's loud, it's rocking, but it's working. It's so old. I feel like I should show it, but it's gross and scary. It's so old that it's like dark brown colored. Like it's that age, where like your AC unit could actually fit your wooden paneling.
Yeah.
Just so hideous.
It was made to
Because we have
it's made to
wooden
look like old fake wood, just because to match the paneling on your wall.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was doing.
And I'm guessing it's the 80s. It might be the 70s.
I think it's the 70s.
Really?
I don't know, man. It's so old, but I'm impressed that it's still kicking. I feel
The knobs on it feel kind of like a console that we had when I was a kid, like in the 80s, like for a TV.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Which made me think 80s, but that's the only reason why.
Yeah. All right, well, let's do some trivia.
Let's do it.
What genre should we do?
Ooh, we did really well last week. I don't know. What are you feeling?
I don't know. We could do general. We could do. Fred says today is my second anniversary of my marriage. I'm glad we got to hang out for a bit. Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary, man!
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Very cool. To many more. Okay. Let's see. Let's do.
Could roll a dice. Let's see.
I don't have any dice. Let's do we'll do general knowledge. We'll keep it
Okay.
simple. I mean, these are not simple, but whatever. Okay. What is the nearest in meaning to the word superfluous?
Oh man, I mispronounced that word before. Or I was trying to sound all smart. I was like, well, that's just superfluous. And we were like,
Ridiculous.
it's what now? Superfluous. Superfluous. Superfluous.
Well, Fred says thank you guys.
Thank
And
you, Fred.
Randy
Thanks for
said-
coming. Happy anniversary.
Yeah, and Randy says I gotta go. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Love you both. Love you.
Bye-bye, Randy.
I will reach out to you about the Star Trek stuff. I can swing it by your house.
Kirk and Spock are just best friends.
Yeah. Let's not get crazy. Okay, you got A, unnecessary, B, highly scented, C, dowdy, or D, candid.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, that's the consensus.
Superfluous.
Superfluous. Let's just blow it. All right. Very good, crowd. You're smart. The rulers of Brunei and Oman are given which title?
Oh.
And I hope I'm pronouncing that right, because
Well, we're doing the best we can.
you're lucky I'm here today. Okay.
Oman and Brunei, I think that's
Brunei
right.
and Oman.
Yeah, I think
You got
that sounds right. I don't know.
an Ayatollah, a sultan, an emir, or an earl.
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking of a mirror.
Yeah.
If you could have any of the titles, which title would you want? I know mine.
Well, maybe earl.
Ooh.
It seems,
Yeah.
fancy.
What was that show with Jason Lee?
Oh,
Something
my name is Earl.
My name is Earl.
And I don't want to be that Earl. I want to be the fancy Earl.
I don't want to be a sultan. Sultan's a swing. You got that. It just sounds. I'm a sultan.
I mean, I don't know. Part of me wants to say like, my reaction would be like try to say like the Sultan of Brunei or the Emir of Brunei. What sounds right? Not the Ayatollah. I don't think that works.
Yeah, I think it's Amir, but I don't know.
Well, let's go with your guess. Let's do it.
What? Okay.
Okay, it's all on you. That's not right, babe.
Really?
You act surprised. We've
Sultan?
got a D question mark. Crystal's like D, maybe. Fred's guessing B. We got a B. We got a B. We can try that.
I mean, Earl. That sounds very British, you know. You know, they get earls and dukes and counts and what have yous. Sultan was my other one. I was saying, what do you think?
I would go with Earl. I don't know. Sultan of Brunei. It just doesn't sound right.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Hey, did we just lose it?
I mean, mine is spinning, but my computer loses it consistently.
I mean, I think we lost the game. That's what
Oh, the whole game?
Well, it's not.
Oh, here, let me.
I have my window and yours, but I don't have the game window or the.
Oh, it's probably because my computer loses connection a lot easier than yours, and I'm the one holding the game.
That's weird. It has done that before.
I know.
Well, do you just want to read them out to us?
Oh, sure. Well, yeah, sure. I'll do that. Okay.
Maybe it'll come back on here in a minute.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Everybody can play the game the way I play it.
Yeah, really. All right, so my entire computer just kind of kicked me off the stream, but
You might need another computer, baby.
I probably do. I need a brand new Mac. Anyway, what do you want to do? Earl, Sultan, Ayatollah?
Well, I'm thinking Sultan, but if you think Earl, we should go Earl.
Let's go Sultan.
Okay.
Oh, that's it. Way to go. Okay.
Well, hey,
It was Sultan, guys.
got it right on the second try.
Okay, next question. I'm just going to read these to you until I can get the stream kind of back up on my computer. But, okay. Who said we need an energy bill that encourages consumption?
Oh.
We need an energy bill that encourages consumption.
Num num num. What are the choices?
Oh, yeah, I guess I should read those to you since we're on the screen. I forget.
Well, and that's a hard one because it could be any it sounds like a president, but
yeah,
there's so many.
George W. Bush is A. B. Groucho Marx. C. Hillary Clinton. D. Al Gore.
Oh gosh, does anybody have any ideas? I'm lost on this. I don't think it's Groucho Marx because that's not very funny. We need an energy battle.
Yeah, I don't think it's that.
The first one was what did you say? Bush.
George W. Bush.
And this.
I got the game back up so people can see it. But George W. Bush, Groucho Marx, Hillary Clinton, Al Gore.
I'm thinking Bush. But maybe it's. I mean, I don't know. It's like. Because if you're wanting people to consume more energy, and he's.
You're not gonna. I mean, in theory, you would not want to encourage fossil fuel consumption if things are going towards saving energy.
Yeah, but he's an oil guy.
Yeah, but if you're speaking to the masses for votes, I don't. I mean, in theory, I would think. I would surprisingly think maybe it was Al Gore because they need an energy bill that encourages consumption of good energy. You know, I mean of.
Okay, I thought it means like for people to buy more. Like we need an energy bill that encourages people to consume more energy.
Yeah, and I'm thinking it's out of context and it's consume, like environmental energy. You know,
My dear, we're at an impasse. Let's pick yours.
Okay, let's go with Gore. Let's just see.
I think it's
feel
Bush.
like this is a trick question.
It's the old Bush versus Gore death match.
I'm wrong. Watch it. It's probably well, whatever. All right, let's go with Bush. That was was it? That's ridiculous. I feel like that is like that would of course he would have said that if
Yeah,
just
so exactly.
seems-
That's what I was thinking. I bet he said it right as he was working on one of his paintings of him in the bathtub, those little toes
portraits
poking up.
Yes. Okay. All right, next question. Change the last letter of which word to make the line of computers manufactured by Apple Inc.
Change the last letter of which word? Okay.
You got mug, mad, met, mob.
Oh, Mac or the
Yeah, I feel like it's an easy one.
what was it?
Mad.
Mad. Oh yeah, the mad.
Well, and then Marta says, speaking of the last question, A, even though we think of D about the environment. So that's what I thought. I was like, it seems like it's something that they're tricking us, pulled out of context.
I've learned something though with these questions on this one.
They don't go too deep.
They don't go too deep. Yeah, they're
don't go too deep.
because you think, they're trying to trick us. They're never really trying to trick us too much.
All right. You should know this one.
Oh.
How is Thomas A. Swift's electric rifle better known? You got A?
I got it.
Oh, ooh, okay.
I think.
Mm-hmm. Do you want me to give you the possibilities?
Well, I think I know it, but okay.
Do you want to say it before I give you the
Well, I
possibilities?
was gonna say a taser,
Okay.
but because Thomas A. Swift electric rifle spells taser,
It does spell taser. I just got that.
so that's what I'm thinking.
That's funny. Gosh, you're smart.
Oh, thank you.
Aw.
I spell words from time to
I spell
time.
words. Okay. Your options are laser, taser, AK-47, or stun gun.
Ooh, could be a stun
Barbara's
gun.
like, B, obviously. Jeez. People. Okay.
Da-da.
All right,
Come on,
taser.
guys.
Very good.
Oh, yay.
Which word means moldy and stale?
Oh.
You got A, crusty, B, fusty, C, gusty, or D, dusty.
I would think it'd be musty. Moldy and stale.
Well, musty is not on there.
Yeah, that's why I would have thought it would have been a musty.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got crusty, fusty, gusty, or dusty. That's all.
Well, it's not
This is a
dusty
ridiculous
or
question.
it's not gusty or dusty.
And I've never heard fusty. That seems ridiculous.
Yeah. So, but crusty. Oh yeah, I guess something could be. Yeah, like you get a crud. Like if you have hot sauce that's out too much, or like pizza sauce, like you get a crust on it.
That's gross. Okay.
But
We're moving on.
I didn't think about it being moldy though.
I'm
It's
grossed out.
It's just
That's not the answer.
Oh gosh.
Moldy
Could be fusty.
and stale.
I bet they
Fusty?
did a typo. I bet they meant musty.
A typo on this? This is ridiculous. Okay. Should I just say fusty because the others seem ridiculous?
Yeah, I think so. I bet they meant musty.
That's the answer.
I think we should add ourselves some points at the end of this.
We got 100 people. Clearly. Okay. Who won the 2009 Emmy for Best Actress in a Drama Series?
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, good Lord. We never are, like, if Randy was still watching, he'd know, because he's so into that. I don't watch any of these award programs. Glenn Close, Toni Collette, Tina Fey, Rose Byrne, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And it's an Emmy.
Emmy.
2009. I mean,
For
Tina
drama.
Fey, doesn't she have a million of them?
Yeah, but
Emmys for TV.
yeah, but for a drama series though.
Oh, that's right, drama. Oh, Toni Collette. She did one where she was like a million different personalities. It was like the many personalities of blah blah blah. And that was a popular TV show.
Oh,
I want to say she was nominated at least.
you want to give that a spin?
Let's do it.
Unless Glenn Close was in something.
I don't know. Glenn Close is like movies.
Yeah.
I mean, she probably has, I don't know, God knows how many Emmys. Okay, let's try it. Oh, that's not right. Then I have no idea.
You think it is Glenn Close then?
I mean, I don't know what we shoot.
That was my first thought, but only because I mean, maybe it is Tina Fey. I mean, man, I don't know. She does have a lot of Emmys. This is hard. This is
Rose
hard.
Byrne?
Johnny.
Does that sound familiar?
Oh no.
Okay.
But,
Let's see. All right, crowd.
I mean, don't let that sway you. I'm not. I feel like you need to take. Yeah, earlier when you said, "Oh, you're smart," I feel like I'm proving you wrong now.
It was Glenn Close.
Is it?
Yep.
That was my first thought.
That's ridiculous. Okay. Only one of the following is correctly spelt. Which word is it?
Oh, you gotta do some.
Conscious. It's the word conscious.
Oh.
Oh, spell the word conscious.
Oh gosh.
Put you on the spot.
Restaurant. He was like, oh
Yeah.
CONCSCIOUS? Is that right?
Well, the one spelling is CONSCIOUS. So you just had the S and C transposed.
Oh, I do that sometimes.
I do that. Do you
Yeah,
think
I
that's
think
what?
that's it.
Let's give it a try. I think that was my first guess too. Okay. Which letter is silent in the word phlegm?
Oh, well, that's easy.
Oh, do tell.
Well, I mean, the P. It's just like phlegm. I came to it. Yeah.
Well, okay.
It's like the silent P in my name.
I don't know if that's the correct answer.
Oh, really?
The word is spelled PHLEGM.
Oh, yeah, PH does make the F sound. Maybe it's a G.
That was my guess.
Wow. Yeah, let's do
Wow.
that. I think you're right.
Let's try it.
I think you're onto something.
That was right.
Way to go, man.
Well, because if you just did the P, then the H is
Yeah, I
silent. They're all.
forgot, like-
I mean, it's at that point. It's
Like
like
pharmacy and
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
That's smart.
Lance Carnes represented New Zealand at which sport?
Oh gosh, there's probably got to be rugby.
Rugby union, cricket, darts, golf.
I'd say rugby, but they're mad for the rugby.
Are they? I don't know. Don't they play cricket over there?
Yeah. For days.
For days. That's true. For days. Isn't that like part of the problem with that sport is
Yeah, it's
It
like
just- it's
baseball,
too
but slow.
long. I mean, can you imagine a sport longer than baseball?
Yeah.
I
Although, if you're into it, man, that's brilliant. It's like, wow, this match is going forever. Yeah.
No, that's dangerous for me because like I'd be drinking beers the whole time, and if the sport went on way too long,
Yeah.
it'd be bad news bears, literally, for me.
I'm thinking rugby, but
Okay.
because I want to say that they had a really good team or something, but
Okay.
I don't know why I may be wrong. On
That's not the answer.
that. Oh man, maybe it is cricket.
Or darts or golf. I wouldn't be surprised if it was darts actually.
Mm.
They have like isn't that like where they play cask and stuff? Like those
don't
weird
know.
games.
I don't know.
Anyway, we have that game here at the house and it's a blast, but it's fun to watch those competitions online. It's weird. And they're popular over there.
Well, my second pick would be cricket. But,
Okay, let's try it.
But you
It's
do
cricket.
you.
It's cricket.
Is it? Oh
We got,
man.
we got a 75. That is
Well, I think we should add a few points just because of that.
Yeah,
I think it was a
actually-
spelling error.
the spelling error. Unless that is a word we've never heard of. Like I mean,
Fusty?
maybe we are not all knowing of the Usties.
Computer. What is the definition of fusty?
The adjective thirsty is usually defined as feeling or having thirst, craving
Oh,
liquid.
so you
For
did
more,
thirsty.
ask me to give you more definitions for thirsty.
Well, now I'm gonna look it up but
Yeah.
either way, we're passing. It was a pass, no pass, and we passed.
Well, yay.
This is the story of my life. It's a pass or no pass. We passed.
Well, dang, yo. Man. Well, it was
Alright.
good.
Okay, so let me say really fast to anybody out there still listening, hanging out. this week we're gonna have a blasty blast. We've got open mic night Wednesday. Thursday we're gonna do karaoke again. Friday we are going to do what was on Friday?
It is fusty.
Are you serious?
It's a word. Smelling stale, damp, or stuffy. The fusty odor of decay. Similar, musty.
Similar, musty, but not musty. Anyway,
musty, obviously.
okay, Friday we're
Good
doing an
grief.
80s night. We're having DJ Brian Pibb come in. He's going to be spinning some 80s, and we'll be showing some 80s movies in the back room. And then Saturday we're going to have Bone Doggy and Reach Ann. She's going to perform. Both of them are going to perform. It's going to be great.
And that's such a great show, guys. He's funny. He's the music's wonderful.
Awesome. Just and like Denton night through and through. It's just they're a fun crowd.
It's just yeah. If you really want a true taste of Denton, like
yes.
anytime Bone Doggy is playing, it's a. I mean, his name's Bone Doggy. Holy crap!
Yeah.
you gotta check it out.
Yeah, he's an interesting dude. And then Sunday, if you are in the area at all, that is the day to come out. From 2 to 5, we are doing our closing reception for Brian Kelly at the gallery, and we're gonna have a monster hunt with prizes. We're gonna have snacks, obviously a full bar, all that fun stuff, and it's gonna be great. We're gonna move some things around and make it a full-on event. So
it's going to be really cool. And Brian's a really interesting guy. So if you want to come out and meet Brian and talk about his art, he's funny. He's just a really neat guy. And,
yeah.
And his art is awesome. And then after 5, we'll have the jam session. So you can come meet Brian and have a good time, get some drinks, some food, and then some people come in and play some music.
There you go. Well, Crystal says, that's fusty stuff. No way.
And I'll be in Miami on.
Yeah, you're gonna be in Miami.
Thursday
That's gonna
to
be. I'm gonna be
Saturday.
manning the fort at the bar on Friday. It's
I'll be
gonna
back for
weird.
Bone Doggy.
Yeah, you were like,
I'll
I
leave
make
from
sure
the-
my flight's back in time for Bone Doggy. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
I'll be leaving the airport and just going from straight there to Bone Doggy.
Yep. So anyway, guys.
I'm gonna be on Miami, the beach though. The hotel's right
Well,
on.
aren't you special?
Right on Miami Beach or whatever it is.
Aren't you special?
And right there, and
I don't want to hear about your
all the
escapades.
sand and the stuff.
You gotta bring me back a little jar of sand. I'm gonna dip my big toe in it.
That's what I
I'd be
should
like,
do.
ooh,
That's what I should do. Is bring little jars for everybody's little. It's for your toe. Like what?
just for your toe. Hey man, I'll take it at this point. It's all I'm getting.
Man.
Anyway. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with us on our Tuesday night live stream. It's always a blast. It's fun to reconnect and play some trivia. Definitely come out and visit us if you're in the area, or just hang out with us next Tuesday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Thanks. Is that good?
That sounds
cover
great.
it? Am I
And
good?
you sound very professional. I, on the other hand, still don't
Man,
know how
I
to end
own
a show.
this.
So, but here's our Patreon supporters while I figure out how to end everything. And thank you guys so much for showing your support on the Patreons and for everybody that's here. But check out these names. Hey, Meow Wolf, whenever everybody was gonna take a photo, instead of saying cheese, everybody go, meow.
Oh, that's right. That was hilarious.
And then you laugh. Anyway,
Yeah, that was
guys,
awesome.
have a good night. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys.